And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. So hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share with a friend because the stupidity is out of control. But most importantly, I want to wish each and every one of you a very happy and an enjoyable as it can be, Memorial Day. Because today is a day that we honor and we thank our veterans for everything that they have done for our country. You see, we live in a time where our current president considers our veterans to be suckers and losers. And worse than even that, if that's even imaginable, he posts things like this on his Truth social media. In it, he turns around and he says, "Happy Memorial Day to all, including the scum that spent the last 4 years trying to destroy our country through warped, radical left minds who allowed 21 million people to illegally enter our country, many of them being criminals and the mentally insane, through an open border that only an incompetent president would approve, and through judges who are on a mission to keep murderers, drug dealers, rapists, gang members, and release prisoners from all over the world in our country so they can rob, murder, and rape again, all protected by these USA-hating judges who suffer from an ideology that is sick and very dangerous for our country. Hopefully, the United States Supreme Court and other good and compassionate judges throughout the land will save us from the decisions of the monsters who want our country to go to hell. But fear not, we have made great progress over the last 4 months, and America will soon be safe and great again. Again, happy Memorial Day, and God bless America." No, you can't make that up. That's actually from our president. You know, I want to compare and contrast my Substack that I put out this morning called "This Memorial Day, Trump Kills Liberty." I want to just show you the difference between myself and the President of the United States. You see, I wrote, as I started my Substack post, there was a time when Memorial Day meant something in this country, a time when we paused, if only briefly, to honor the men and women who gave their lives not just for the flag, but for the ideals stitched into its fabric: liberty, justice, the rule of law. You see, I remember standing in cemeteries as a kid, watching old veterans salute with trembling hands, tears pooling in the corner of their eyes as taps rang out over the graves of the fallen. Those moments were sacred. They were real. Instead, what do we get? We get Trump going to Arlington Cemetery just this afternoon. And I want to play for you a few clips. You see, you'd assume that the president would rehearse an important speech like this, but unfortunately, I don't think he did. Play the clip.
As a linguist, translator, and cryptologic technician.
I mean, what is he absolutely talking about? Trump also spoke about how he's actually happy. Imagine this, how he's actually happy that he didn't get a consecutive term, and he thanked God for that. Play the clip.
Over the past 250 years, we're going to have a big celebration, as you know, 250 years. In some ways, I'm glad I missed that second term where it was, because I wouldn't be your president. For that most important of all, in addition, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics. Can you imagine? I missed that 4 years, and now look what I have. I have everything. Amazing the way things work out. God did that. I believe that too. God did it. You know, I got the World Cup and I got the Olympics. The 250 years was not mine. I'd like to take credit. But I got the Olympics, I got the World Cup when I was president. And I said, boy, it's too bad I won't be president then. And look what happened. I turned out and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great celebration, but most important of all is the 250th anniversary. That blows everything away, including the World Cup and including the Olympics, as far as I'm concerned.
Unbelievable. You know, I also continue in my Substack and I say, fast forward to 2025. We're living in a goddamn parody. This Memorial Day, the so-called commander-in-chief, President Donald J. Trump, the same draft-dodging egomaniac who once and again called fallen soldiers suckers and losers, he stood there to their applause with his bloated chest puffed out, pretending to understand what honor means. Well, spoiler alert, he doesn't. He never has. And what's worse, he's now surrounded by a cabal of yes men and ideological extremists who are hell-bent on dismantling the very system that those fallen heroes died to protect. And yet you have these idiots that is sitting there applauding the fucking World Cup on Memorial Day. And just like his Truth Social post, all he does is he disses somebody, in this case, Joe Biden, for the last 4 years. Play the clip.
Sacrifice would mean to us, but we certainly know what we owe to them. Their valor gave us the freest, greatest, and most noble republic ever to exist on the face of the earth. A republic that I am fixing after a long and hard 4 years. That was a hard 4 years we went through. Who would let that happen? People pouring through our borders unchecked. People doing things that are indescribable and not for today to discuss. But the republic that is now doing so very well, we're doing so very well right now, considering the circumstances, and will do record-setting better with time. We will do better than we've ever done as a nation, better than ever before. I promise you that.
Over the weekend, Trump spoke at the commencement, literally for West Point, and his speech was as horrible as this one. He spoke about, serious, divorce and trophy wives. Play the clip.
Company, and he had nothing to do. He ended up getting a divorce, found a new wife. Could you say a trophy wife? I guess we can say a trophy wife. It didn't work out too well, but that doesn't work out too well, I must tell you. A lot of trophy wives, doesn't work out. But it made him happy for a little while at least. But he found a new wife. He sold his little boat and he got a big yacht. He had one of the biggest yachts anywhere in the world.
Who gives a shit? Meanwhile, he also claimed that the point of the United States Armed Forces, now get a load of this. This is a guy who really understands military. He claimed that the point of the U.S. Armed Forces is to spread democracy to everyone at the point of a gun. Play the clip.
The job of the U.S. Armed Forces is not to host drag shows, to transform foreign cultures, but to spread democracy to everybody around the world at the point of a gun. The military's job is to dominate any foe and annihilate any threat to America, anywhere, anytime, and any place.
The man's a maniac. Meanwhile, Trump also, what's a commencement speech without bringing up the great Alphonse Capone in this speech?
And the American people, because they're always going to be there for you. I went through a very tough time with some very radicalized, sick people. And I say I was investigated more than the great, late Alphonse Capone. Alphonse Capone was a monster. He was a very hardened criminal. I went through more investigations than Alphonse Capone, and now I'm talking to you as president. Can you believe this? Can you believe it?
No, we can't. Now, I want to end on a clip of Trump speaking about Putin as I think it's important to hear this clip after what Trump just said about spreading democracy at the point of a gun. Play that clip.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
President, what do you want to do about
And
that?
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. We'll see what we're going to do. What am I going to tell you? You're the fake news, aren't you? You're totally fake. All right, any other questions? I don't like what Putin is doing, not even a little bit. He's killing people. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
Yeah. What happened with the pointing of the gun in order to spread democracy? So look, my friends, as I finished my Substack, I wrote, so here we are on Memorial Day, a holiday meant to honor sacrifice, and the most corrupt, lawless president in our history stands at a podium pretending he gives a damn about anyone but himself. It's not just offensive, it's obscene. Trump doesn't understand honor. He doesn't understand service, and he damn sure doesn't understand sacrifice. You see, he only understands loyalty to him, not to country, not to Constitution, not to anything resembling democratic norms. And as he and his goons, like Vance, continue to hollow out the institutions we once thought were unbreakable, the message to the American people is clear, or it should be clear. Obey or be crushed. This is the message that he's giving on Memorial Day. I offer a different one. I offer one of thanks to those who served and those who continue to serve for everything that they do for us every single day. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this